So, hello everyone, Edgar's back again here with another review, and today we are basically taking a look at some of the uh, probably one of the most interesting things that there are new in 144 scale now on the market. Now, for a long time we didn't have a kit for the I-16, and but now the Zvezda released one. Let me show you the box right here. The Zvezda released one, I believe, not that long time ago, some few months maybe, and also the Ukrainian company Armory, Armory Models Group. Uh, they released two new kits. I will be looking at both of them in two videos, of course. So this is the first one. This is the I-16 Type 5/10. This is the Soviet pre-World War II fighter. It saw service in Spanish Civil War and also in Indochina and lots of other places, and lots of nations used it. So basically what's happening here is a small 144 scale that's finally being released. So let's jump into the kit, shall we? So here we have all the ingredients that we have in the box. So first of all, we have the instructions. So let's take a look at that. Bending seams. All right. So as you can probably already see, this is a quite a bit of an advanced kit. All right. It has plastic parts, vac formed kits parts, sorry, and also photo etched. So it's quite a bit of mixed media. You have basically everything that you ever wanted, besides you don't have resin, but I don't think you need anything from resin in this scale. Well, maybe wheels should do, but I mean that's just plastic. They're tiny enough to make them proper. So let's zoom in quite a bit there on the photo etched fret, and not that much parts from the plastic, and you get the type 5 and type 10, two of each canopy. So you have two planes in the kit, so you can make both type 10 type 5, or you can make one 5 and one 10. So instruction starts really interesting with the assembly of the seat. Yes, this is a 144 scale seat, as you can see, in a lot of steps. I mean, you need to bend a lot, and the seat is not done yet. So let's zoom out a bit. As you can see here, you still move on to adding seat belts to it, and then you basically make your the control shaft, the ailerons which you control it. Basically, you steer your steering column, whatever you call it. Then you have the cockpit floor with the attached panel, and so you bend it all up. By the step 4, it's all photo etch. All right, so you're going to need quite a bit of patience to get there. So the step 5 and up are mainly plastic, but also involving some photo etch further on. So you assemble the wings and the central part, add the cockpit in there, assemble fuselages, and as you can see, the door is not open yet. Well, maybe it is, I don't know, can't really understand, but you can choose the open door version, as much as I know, and then you put the fuselage onto the wings, assemble the nose cone, put on the stabilizers, engine parts, everything like that, all the nose assembly, and then you put basically your small details on, like I don't even what is this part? I mean, it's probably like that, if not smaller, and you put lots of small parts, and you also have this choose variation. You can choose. Then you assemble your chassis. Well, you also need to quite a bit of scratch building in here. if you can call that, for the gear struts. You need wire for that, 0.5 to 0.3 millimeters in diameter, as you can see. And then you basically move on to assembling the gear covers, and also putting in or putting on the pitot tube and the gun sight. So enough of the paper, let's move on to another paper. Armory gives you a lot of painting schemes. I mean, I won't even read all these out because they are just too much. So this is a Spanish squadron, one of the Spanish squadrons, Franco Army Air Force, so basically from the Spanish Civil War. Then you got another Spain, then the Indochina, as much as I know. Then there is the what's it here? Yeah, the 1st Aviation Squadron, Moscas. Also the Spanish Republic Air Force, and some of the faded out decals right there. Another one, is this also Spanish? Yep, another Spanish, and another Spanish. So a lot of Spanish planes actually, and a lot of Chinese planes right here. And then you got 3 Russian schemes right there. Yeah, so they know what they are doing. Oh, they get the form. Yeah, misunderstood the middle part. And then you have the stencil scheme, which is basically one stencil right here, and then you get some side view where it goes like that. But I mean, whatever. Kit itself: 2 planes, footage, lock form, in a hand-sized bag, Ziploc bag. So so they're keeping it nice and tidy and clean. So let's get everything out. You got the footage, the plastic parts, quite a big decal sheet. I mean, look at that. It's bigger than 2 planes put together. And then of course your beautiful vac form parts. At first you may think, where is the canopy? But as you can see, oh, focus, come on, oh yeah, here you can see, there is a tiny little bit of plastic that you need to cut up. So you got the open top, and then you got the closed top one. So pretty neat, you know. I like when kit manufacturers really work on the decency of kit, you know, like they put so many variants in, so you have where to choose from, right? So both plastic sprues are identical, and you basically got, yeah, the zoom in a bit, wings, some nice detail going on there. Not much of rivets. Well, basically there were almost no rivets, and even if there were in 144 scale, you won't be able to see them if you scale down realistically. They have some of the gear shafts, which will probably need to be scratch built. I mean, what is that? That's not a gear shaft. Sorry for my thumb. It has some primer on it. Yep. There you go, the tiny wheels right here. And the nose cowling, actually a lot of footage goes in there. 3 parts as much as I can see on the footage spread. Other side of the wings, chassis part, nicely and detailed. What I really like though is that they really worked on the surface detail right here. As you can see, let me get some shades on that. You see that fabric kind of effect with the frame underneath it. It's really going to show up if you paint it nicely. The same with the stabilizers. Sorry if you hear some squeak into the background. It's basically my table, so yeah, I can't do nothing about that. Sorry. And then you have the central section, On this side you got the cockpit, and on here you got actually also some real well detailing. Well, not much of detailing there, anyways. And yeah, here you have the fuselage. Look how big it is. I mean, this is my thumb. Okay, and put it on. Like, is that even a fuselage? Of course, it's missing, some of that nose bit, but still, it's tiny. Believe me. And then you have a pretty nice propeller. Actually, propellers are one of those things that you really hope that they're going to be good, because they're really hard to scratch build and really hard to find, if not impossible to find in this scale. Some aftermarkets. So, and of course, nose cowling, you got to do some drilling on it, but that won't be a problem if you have proper tools. And then masked with a bit of a cardboard to avoid bending the photo shred, you got two frames like this, and they, believe me or not, they are full of details. Like, there is no space left whatsoever. It's really hard to capture all the detailing, but here we go. Can't even see it myself. Many parts, the chassis covers. Basically, here is the cockpit floor. Instrument panel has some nice detailing. Let's bend it over. I mean, yeah, that's beautiful. You won't be able to see it in cockpit. I mean, it's unreal to see it's something in there through that tiny hole, but yeah, you can try. And then you have the nose cone details, the ventilations and intake parts. And then you have your little steering column right there, seat belts, seat itself, and many other parts that you will use, or you won't use them. That's up to you. They're giving you the choice. On to the decals. Alright, quite a bit of decals actually. So you got some. The first thing I saw was this little metallic thing, you see right there, metallic detail and decal, the silver paint. So they thought about it, and probably they were like, it's around the this bit right here, around the cowling, and they knew that it's probably going to be a pain in the bum to paint it on, so they've included the decal, and I think it's pretty nice. There is not much of a spare film over the decal edges, as you can see on the shade right here, and they are nice and thin. I mean, I can barely feel them on the paper. So get a quick look at that. Very nice, and all the stripes, all the tail bits are decals, so you don't need to basically need to paint all the base colors. Everything else has a decal for it, as much as I've seen. Of course, some of those bends around the fuselage and on top of the wings, yeah, you need to paint those on, but still. Alright, so this was the I-16 Type 5/10 two kits in a box from Armory Models Group in 144 scale. 4 nations, actually 3 nations, the 2 Spanish, Russian and Chinese. Nice kit for quite a bit affordable price. I mean, beautiful. You get 2 planes. You can make 2 nice models out of it, and I'm pretty sure I will build these in upcoming future, because I really like this plane and I finally got my hands on this kit. So I hope you like the review, and I will try to make a review for the second kit also this evening and upload it as soon as I can. So stay tuned for more videos. I hope you like this review, and I will see you next time.